Well, is there any last things that you want to say on this particular topic about Ayanna Jackson?
Well, man, I just want to let her know how much of a low life bitch she is. You know what I mean? And I wish her the greatest of hell, for real. And that's real talk, Doc.
To support this channel, tap the Amazon link in the description to do your daily online shopping.
What up, though? This your boy DOC. Now, it's been a lot of videos, a lot of things been going on in the community based around Tupac and Ayanna Jackson situation since the uploads have went up on Vladtv. And it's a few videos that I made in reference to Ayanna Jackson, a part of this timeline. And of course, Babez and was around during this time. So I wanted to speak directly to him. Like I said in the video, I was going to speak to him about the situation so he could tell you guys like what was going on around that time, and also like what Pac and them came back and said, and of course with his cousin man, which is Charles Fuller, what was going on, so y'all can hear it directly out of the horse's mouth. So what up, though, Babez? Let me start off and ask.
Hey, what's going on, Doc?
Chilling. Let me start off and ask this question, just to clarify some things. The picture that's floating around with Pac with a Braves jersey on, and it's a young lady that's sitting next to her. Is that Ayaana or is that someone else?
No, that's Tracy.
Hicks.
That's
TV.
Tracy from Los Angeles. I don't know her as Ayaana. I never met Ayaana. As I said, Ayaana was never along for any trips.
Okay, and she was a part of some type of group, or what's her? She had a nickname. She was a rapper or something.
Oh yeah, Trey Paper. She was just, she was a homegirl. You know what I mean? She was, man. She was with Thug Life. You know what I mean?
Okay. And this particular picture, where was that at? This was where?
Well, in the picture, if you're talking about the one where Pac had the
white hat on.
Yeah, the white hat on. I believe that was at Jack the Rapper, if I'm not mistaken, or another show we did, because I believe Tracy went on another show. We done Jack the Rapper at Atlanta, and as a matter of fact, we left for the Thug Life tour from Jack the Rapper at Atlanta.
Okay.
And had to sneak Pac out of there. You know what I mean? From Jack the Rapper at Atlanta. You know what I mean? Trey Paper know what I mean. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so I know that was not her. She was never around. I don't know her.
Right.
I ain't never mixed her. So, how could that be?
Right.
And that picture right there was in the hotel room. Okay. I believe the Outlaws is in there, if I'm not mistaken. One of the Outlaws is in there. It looked like Qatari was right there.
The one with
but I'm not sure.
The one with the Coogee on. You say you think that's Qatari?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was Castro or not. Yeah. I'm trying to actually find the part right now.
But it's 100%. The girl with the white towel on her shoulder. That's Trey Paper. That's not Ayaana.
Yeah, and yeah, that's not Ayaana.
Okay, because the reason why, because even myself, I have to say it, even myself, because when you Google Ayana's name, and during that time of the trial, along with her other pictures that come up from social media and stuff, that picture comes up along with other documents.
No. It has. I'm looking at a picture right here where it has arrows pointing to Tupac with his head circled, and then it says Tupac accuser.
Right.
Okay, and I guess it's supposedly her, but that's not Ayaana. That's Tracy.
So okay, this basically all this started off. The Ayanna Jackson situation happened in '93.
Yeah, it was in '93.
Okay, so what do you remember around that whole situation? Like, do you remember why they even went to New York? Like, was they out on tour? Like, what do you just remember about this whole situation?
Well, as I was telling you, man, I had gotten into a terrible car accident, and I was rendered, bedridden, for a while, and at the same time, I was, off to other things. But I don't know exactly why they went out there. Maybe it was some kind of conference or an interview or something like that, but I'm unsure. I just know the result of it.
Right. So basically, they end up kicking it with the girl, and you saying how your cousin and everything moved. Once that situation happened and everybody got arrested, Now, what exactly happened with man? He got arrested in the situation, and did he serve the 4 or 5 months and have 5 years probation? Did the charges get dropped, or they did time served? Like, how did that work out for him on his end?
Well, I'm like, I'm unsure exactly how the resolution was, but I believe, man, like served like 4 months or whatever, and Pac was bonded out on a pill bond, I believe.
Right.
And I think man's case ran its course after Pac expired,
right,
or something to that effect. I'm unsure of it because I wasn't involved in the inside of that, and it was the way it was.
So once they came back from New York and came back to California, like what was the type of discussions that was going on between? Did you have any direct conversations with Pac or Man about this situation?
Yeah. Of course I did.
Okay, and what?
Of course I did.
Like, what did y'all talk about as far as the situation?
Well, it was foul play. And by me being in those kind of situations with them, in times of parties and so on and so forth, I knew what went down. I knew exactly what went down, and it was a messed up, man. It was messed up, and she went ahead and done some shit like that, man.
When you say foul play, you mean like foul play on her behalf?
On her behalf.
Okay.
For her to even scream rape, you know what I mean?
Right.
For her to even scream rape, that's what chicks of her nature do, you know what I mean? And it comes back on them every time, full circle.
Right.
That's why she run around here now, and outlived her whole years or whatever she was doing, in her life. And she unsatisfied, so she gonna come clean. It's driving her crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She is very lucky that there ain't no target on her back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for some foul shit like that off the top. And then, that's just a hell of an unfortunate situation, man.
Right. Now, when they came back, they were just totally denying it. Like, they were just saying this didn't happen. So when you watch the videos of her saying that Charles Fuller was picking her up and sending cards and all that stuff.
Listen, man, Pac would have been evolving, man.
Yeah.
You hear me, man? Seriously, we growing, man. Seriously, even me. My mind's changed. Right. You know what I mean? I can imagine what his mind would have been. I seen the direction it was going, like I was telling you. With the Black Panther, with the with everything that was pushing forward, man.
So when he
really, I seen everything that was pushing forward, man.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, like when everybody came back to California, they came back because I'm trying to make sure, like this during this timeline of what's going on, this 93 going into 94, whatever the case may be. Once they came back, did you say you guys were all not maybe like staying together, but y'all was still click tight? Y'all, this is before Pac officially moved down to LA, or was this like in between that little gap right there, or did he? Right.
Oh, no, he had been in Los Angeles for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He had been in Los Angeles for a minute, around about at this point. Yeah, but like I said, that right there was the breakup. When once the girl screamed rape, and the charges was filed, things got kind of like messy. It got kind of like blurry and obscured, man. So everybody kind of broke wide and went their separate ways.
Right. You think he was upset with not only her, other individuals as well? Or like, I guess people, even myself, but people want to know like what mindset was Pac in like during that time. Of course, we seen different interviews like I put up yesterday where he was totally denying it, but like what type of mindset was he in?
Well, as I said before, we were young back then. Pac couldn't wrap it around his mind that why am I in so much trouble? And I wasn't the only participant. Why am I, being rolled down on like this?
Right.
And of course, and not to be snitching or not to be, but I didn't rape her. I mean, clearly she says she, gave me head in the club and, et cetera, so on. Why am I being, Pac was like ecstatic, man. He was tripping out.
Yeah.
But that's the price of fame sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real.
And now,
I just hate the fact that now, like over the internet, they got Trey Paper. You know what I mean? Our close homegirl Trey Paper out of LA.
Mm-hmm.
They got hurt. All on there talking about as if she is Ayaana or whatever her name is. I see her name comes through YouTube. That's Trey Paper. She was at Jack the Rapper with us, and she went along on the bus with us. She was on a tour bus with us for a few shows.
Right.
Excuse me.
Now you say Tupac was ecstatic about the situation. Hold on. What was Charles Fuller, or man, what was he saying? Like, was he silent about the situation? He went.
It's already understood. What we thinking from the same mind. Like, this is how close we are.
Right.
So it was understood what went. Like, damn, I got caught up in it. Damn, I was like, damn, this old funky ass bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, man, that had me really, because I know how it be. Like I told you, man, we came from the House of Blues, man. We came from the Jamaica house, man. We came, and partied, man, and everything was clean, consensual.
Right.
You know what I mean? For real, man.
And at one
point, and now I look at the bitch, man. I look at the broad and be like, I can't believe, man. If I was there, man, I probably wouldn't even touch that bitch, man. Nah, let me stop lying. Let me come back. Me come clean, man, on your show, man. Because I never know how it was around there, man.
Yeah.
But not real,
Not no bad looking motherfucker. Just once she opened her mouth.
Yeah.
Like she dumb as rocks in it. When I look at her eyes,
but she might have been shot in his direction, man.
Right. And that's
do you hear me? And then that'd be like, everything worked, good for one person, like,
Yeah. Now, what do you it's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and you just kind of mentioned it, that she might have been placed there purposely, and people were saying, like, I know you've seen the movie that, and other people and other entities say that, like, I believe they say that Haitian Jack's supposed to, like, put her on her. Was that what you heard that before?
Well, yeah, I seen something like that, but you never know, man.
You just never know. Yeah,
you never know. I mean, when a chick like that, with a punk faggot bitch like that, man, get around some celebrities, man, she see opportunity and possibilities, man.
Right.
That's all she sees, so she go for what she know. And if she don't know it all, somebody else do.
Right.
So they gonna put something else on her mind. You know what I mean? So she gonna aim like a bullet.
Now, there's something I definitely wanted to ask you. You had said, like, definitely when y'all used to go out on the road, on the tour and stuff like that, you didn't say it as if it was your responsibility, but you used to try to make sure shit like that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
we used to be like, consent was the main thing. Mm-hmm. If you even it might not even be a file in the room when it's going down. You know what I mean? Who wants to be around a chick that's unhappy and then y'all be supposed to be partying and then she's like, she want, no, never like that.
Right.
It was never nothing, never nothing Ari, man. Everything was velvet smooth every time. Whatever was going on, man, that was some childish things that were, full of frolicking anyway.
Right.
Back then in 92 and whatever, man.
Now,
it was childish, man.
Let me ask you this, because it's been some people trying to figure out, okay, did all this happen in one night, or did Pac, because she said that Charles Fuller was sending
No, like I was telling you, man, a bitch like that, man, is something that Pac would have picked up on arrival, man. It wouldn't have been like she was dating Pac, and she said that Charles Fuller picked her up from Los Angeles at the airport. We stayed way in the Bay Area, man. Right. So why would he, come on now. He would fly way from Richmond to LAX, just to, man, come on now.
Yeah.
Because he was a roadman, so she assumed that Charles was in close proximity of Pac all the time, but it wasn't like that. See, she didn't know how to add her lies up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Seriously, man, I really, man, Pac would have changed the face of the earth, man, by now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Seriously. He was evolving.
Was there anything else, like, in her interview that stood out to you that was complete lies?
Man, well, just the fact that she said Pac would date her, and man would come pick her up, and from the airport, and and then to the point of, oh yeah, Charles Fuller, it was cool with Charles Fuller, but everything else was like it was. How was that? Seriously, she come with all these inconsistencies. If in those time and days, man, if I'm mixing a chick with you, right? Okay, how is it that You didn't rape her if it all fall bad, but I did.
Right.
I don't understand. I mean, you know. So, I mean, and then at first, how did man even get charges brought on him? You know what I mean?
Is that
really how to even sever the cases, and you know, really, man.
So when you say when they sever the cases, like they end up, everybody had like different attorneys and
yeah, you know, you know,
because initially at the very beginning, she was accusing everybody in the room.
But you know something, yeah, and then like I said, I wasn't there. And I don't want to be far-reaching with this, you know,
right?
Because you know, but then again, I it's some stuff that I do know,
right. And
there's stuff that I do know,
right. Now, I guess just more or less for people, because there's so many, you know, I see when you put up videos, damn near 100% of the people don't believe her anyway, especially since, like what you said at the very beginning, she didn't even want to admit to giving them for, you know, doing anything in the club.
Yeah, man.
That created, you know, making her story uncredible from there, and then like she was fishing for answers, you know what I mean? So it's like little bitty pieces, just so people can't leave out of this situation in their mind even thinking, well, maybe this happened, maybe, because I've even seen a couple people say, and it might be hard to hear, but I've seen a couple people say, well, I don't believe Tupac did it, raped her, but I believe the other people in the room did. You know what I'm saying? I've seen
man, no. Pac wouldn't have let that go down. Pac wouldn't have left. You know, we didn't run around like that. We didn't run around with no savages, you know, savages like that, man, to where, you know, going bad on chicks like that.
Is this all around the same time that Tupac was, quote unquote, dating Madonna? And the reason I'm asking that, because to me it just makes more sense. Like, if you dating high class,
he had ran through her already.
Right.
He had already ran her.
Okay.
He had already ran her. You know what I mean? Not to you know, saying her, you know, leave her in that light like that, but you know, that's how it went down anyway.
Yeah. So it's not, you know, for people to be in the right mindset to look at things through a certain lens, you know what I mean? Because if you think that you just have the superstar, and then, because a lot of times, like especially nowadays, you will have the one dude that get on in the rap game, he has all the money, and then his entourage is just the little yes man, the broke boy.
Yeah. Take all, exactly.
Y'all already had. That's why I wanted to paint that picture.
Man, but see, listen, when we went on tour, as I explained, we went on the Thug Life tour, right? We had binders, man, that we had to study. You hear me? It was rules in that binder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like consensual rules, make sure that, you know, 18, I mean, you know, everything to make sure that nobody get, you know,
right,
get done, you know, get twisted, man.
And
it was rules in that binder. When we said, before we took off, you know what I mean? We took off from Atlanta. Before we took off, we was like, you know, these rules was preached to us. You know what I mean? Watani preached it to us. You know, nobody leave the hotel, which, you know, I mean, minor rules were broken, but, you know, as far as that and rapes and no, never, man.
And at one point in time, and correct me if I'm wrong, did you say that, not in a bad way, but did you say Pac was kind of weird in a way where he didn't want females to spend a night with him? Or
man, once upon a time, man, Pac wouldn't even stay the night with a chick, man.
Because he was afraid of these type of situations happening or getting set up, or
well, for his own reasons. Right. For whatever reason, Pac wouldn't stay the night with a chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just cracked me up because, you know, shit, I was living wild. But him, on the other hand, no, he wasn't. He had his own reasons for that, and maybe they were some great reasons.
Right. Possibly to try to avoid these situations.
But this was before he was famous. He didn't want to stay the night with chicks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Really, he did not want to stay the night with a chick.
Do you think her? Now I know, and I want to ask this, like, and
that's the reason why she said she was. I mean, you know, like I said, man, she said a lot of things that wasn't to be believed, man.
Right. Now I know it's certain things. It's even certain things that I don't ask to leave the room because I know that there will be a book that's coming out because so many people. It's so many.
Well, my book friend like me is going to explore all of that. Like, and that's why I didn't really want to, you know, focus on Pac little, way, you know, because I'm gonna open up all of that. You know what I mean?
Right, to be able to sit down and write, just totally reflect. Because I know sometimes in interview formats with certain questions, and I don't know if it, because I know sometimes when I interview people and you ask them questions, especially from something that happened 20-something, well, almost 25 years ago, you know, I don't know if it's hard to reflect or remember 100% of what was going on, but you say some of the blanks will be filled in.
Yeah, it's just so crazy. As I've been writing my book, man, everything is just like coming back to me like it happened last week, yesterday, you know. But before that, when I was running around and still in the street, man, it was like an everyday thing, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, that's crazy. Well, I'm hoping, because I know, and there's something else I want to address, and you might not have nothing that you want to say about this, but because I see it's maybe 60% of the people leaving comments are like, man, they hate the fact that this particular platform even gave her the opportunity to come back out 20 years later to say this. You think this is more of her doing because she's trying to maybe financially benefit off of this, or she's just constantly still trying to prove that just to tear down his legacy? Do you think this is all a part of that? Because I've been seeing that a lot, and from my perspective in the past year or so, even longer, it seemed like...
Man, she's trying to salvage some of them whole years of hers, man. Because she knows she on her last leg. You know what I mean? She knows she drained. You know how them hoes be, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. You know what I mean? Really. And I normally don't even try to disrespect no women like that, man. But she really changed the face of the earth, man. Like I said, man, Pac was coming, man. For real. Pac was coming, man. I know that. And, you know, just the events that she set forth. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even have to be bailed out of jail or, you know, just stuff like that, you know, that I always think about. You know, like I said, she lucky she ain't got a target on her.
Yeah.
You know? For real, while she's servicing up with all these old inconsistencies, want to come to the light now, all of a sudden talking about somebody didn't rape her and she had him up against it all this time, though. You know, that's what kills me.
Right. Will my statement be far-fetched when I had stated, you know, it's, even though Haitian Jack, when I believe he's arrested, and the other, well, no, one of the two got deported out of the people that's still living. One of the guys is deported overseas. Another guy is locked up. And I felt like, I'm like, what a coincidence that she's trying to make it clear that, you know, Fuller didn't have nothing to do with it because he's one of the last individuals that's left out of that situation that's still here, you know. I'm wondering from her mind, like, you know, because of what you said, like a target, not to say that it would come from Fuller or anybody, but just trying to still cover her, you know, cover her edges to make sure that she don't get no real life backlash from these lies that she's constantly putting out here.
Yeah. It's based on all that type of stuff, man. As well as she wants, you know, want to shine a little light for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope whatever dime she got from this, man, whatever she got, you know, I hope it really suited her well. I hope it was worth it.
Definitely. Well, is there any last things that you want to say on this particular topic about Ayanna Jackson?
Well, man, I just want to let her know how much of a low life bitch she is. You know what I mean? And I wish her the greatest of hell, for real. And that's real talk, Doc. For real, man. Because like I said, she changed, man. Pac would have changed the face, man. You see what kind of following he had? Imagine if he was here doing multimedia.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine if Pac was here, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about somebody who woke up rapping, man. Who front room was just full of binders, man. Full of, you know, spiral notebooks. Just full. Imagine if he would have been here, man, in these technical days, man.
Yeah, the
high advanced technology, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the game definitely wouldn't be the same,
man. So you know, so fuck her, you know, fuck her. I mean, like I said, I don't like really going to rag on chicks, man. But then her, to hell with her, man. And I hope she hear this.